First off is the Cowboys at the Eagles. Just give me your thoughts on this one. I want to hear what you have to say first.
Yeah, so obviously now that we're recording this a day later, this game is actually tomorrow. So happy football season, NFL season, everyone. The
Yep.
football will be back tomorrow evening with our opening kickoff. So I haven't. Last I checked, this was a 8.5 point spread in favor of the Philadelphia Eagles, which is a huge spread for a divisional Week 1 game, and that is why I'm actually backing the Cowboys here with the. I've taken them plus 8.5. I just Dak's usually done pretty well against the Eagles. Last year they obviously got blown out twice, but Dak didn't play in either of those games. Um, Division games are weird week 1. They're from two familiar teams, so usually don't see blowouts too often. And this 8.5 is just like the perfect number for a backdoor cover, which is what the Dak Prescott era Cowboys are so good at doing, making pointless comebacks to make the games look more competitive than they actually were. So yeah, I could see the Eagles hopping off to like a 17-point lead at some point, and then Dak and the offense leads to 2 garbage time field goal and a touchdown to make this a 7-point game and cover that spread.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about Dak. He's one of the most profitable QBs against the spread versus division foes. He's literally second behind Aaron Rodgers. He's 29-12 against the spread. Week 1, yeah, I'm definitely taking the Cowboys. This line is way too big. I don't know what the bookmakers are thinking about on this one. I don't know.
The Parsons trade made this go up for sure.
In what world is Micah Parsons 2 points worth 2 points?
Yeah.
Any edge rusher for that matter. So yeah, I think this was one of the easiest picks. It kind of makes me nervous that it's this high and this looks this juiced. But I think coming off a Super Bowl, we might see a little bit of a hangover week 1 for the Eagles. So yeah, I'm definitely backing the Dallas Cowboys here, and I think that helps out your division preview of the NFC East, where you had the Cowboys winning the division. So
yeah, but yeah, if those who listened a few weeks ago recall, I gave myself a clause to get out of it. If I said if Micah doesn't play, revoke what I said. I still don't like the Eagles to win. I still don't like the Eagles to win this division though, because of the history of no repeat champions, and I like history. So, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't like this division anymore.
Team me up for Friday's game.
Yeah. Okay. Friday in Sao Paulo, Brazil, for the second year in a row, we will have a game down there on a Friday night. This year it's on YouTube. It'll be
free for everyone.
Free for everyone, yes. It'll be the Chiefs versus the Chargers, or Chargers versus Chiefs. I don't know who the designated home team is. Last I checked, it was a 3 or 3.5 point spread. I was kind of seeing both in favor of the Chiefs. And I am going, if it's at 3.5, I'm definitely going Chargers plus 3.5. Looking at Jim Harbaugh in his career, he is 5-0 straight up and covering on week 1 games. So that's a pretty good record at 100%. So that's a interesting statistic that you might want to consider if you just think the Chiefs own the Chargers, which they technically do. But going back to the last game we just talked about, division games week 1 are weird. And another thing is that teams coming off 14-point or more blowout losses in the Super Bowl, they have lost 7 straight against the spread in week 1, and that includes the Chiefs, I believe, just a few years ago against the Buccaneers. So, yeah, what do you think? Or do you agree, disagree?
I'm in agreement here. I do lean Chargers here at plus 3. I really want it at plus 3.5. I'd say if you find a line that is at that the extra half point is huge. This is a perfect spot for Justin Herbert. He's 11-2-1 as a 3.5 point dog or more. So he loves being an underdog. This is definitely a good position for him to be in. And I also think it being in Brazil kind of helps the Chargers a little bit, because we know SoFi Stadium for either the Rams or the Chargers is not much of a home field advantage. So I think taking this game, it can always make these games kind of weird. And I think it does benefit the Chargers in some way.
Field conditions can also make this game weird too. Last year's Eagles-Packers game was fun to watch, but the field conditions made it painful to watch because how many guys were slipping. on the field. So we'll have to keep our eyes on that, and that could impact the game heavily too.